Hello everyone, it's Allie, and as you can see, this will be another story time, and I promise this is not clickbait because it actually happened and it was absolutely terrifying. I would say that it was probably one of the realest, scariest things that has ever happened to us, right? And we have, we have Cecilia, Cece, behind the camera, and she's going to be helping me tell the story because she was there.
Yes.
This dates back to last summer. Right?
Yeah, like around
last summer. And she learned how to drive before me. I still need to work on my driving, but that's another story. She knew how to drive already, so she was going to teach me how to drive. We were in the process of that, and we decided to go to this parking lot inside a park that we've been there already and we were completely familiar with. We had actually... Just keep in mind that we had been to that park a few times before that, and when it was like late out and it was dark,
we have been there like times before, like even later than that day
that we were there. So, okay, this is a ridiculous map that I drew just before this video, but it's going to be necessary so you guys understand how scary this was. So, we get there. This is the street. I can't. Can you see it? Should I put it closer?
Put it a little closer.
Okay, like that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is our street that we come in through because where we live is like near here. So, we entered the park. Like, as soon as you take this entrance, you're already in the park. And we go to parking lot number 1. So keep in mind we're in parking lot number 1, okay? We go to parking lot number 1. The lights were still not on because it was bright outside. It was not like we drove to the park like when it was dark and like she's gonna teach me how to drive. No, like
in the dark.
In the dark. Yeah. So it was still bright outside. Everything was chill. There were more people there, and I was like in the driver's seat. I was just like doing some turns because I need to work on my turns.
It was just like,
so I see a few cars pass by on the street that takes you inside the different parking lots into the fields. Obviously, I was paying attention that nobody would come in and interrupt, or I don't want to be driving. I don't want to be in front of the wheel if someone else decides to park to go do whatever they're gonna do. So I'm keeping track of the people who pass by. Not who is it? Not in a creepy way, okay. So, we're doing that, and then I see a red truck pass by, and I'm like, oh, they're going to parking lot number 1. They pass by this street, and they go to this circle thing where there's an exit, and that takes you to, more houses and more streets. So
it's like a big circle.
It's like a circle thing, and they go over there, and I'm like, oh, they're leaving. Okay, cool. But I noticed that whenever they passed by, they looked our way, and I'm like, oh, they looked our way. That doesn't matter.
Oh, did we mention, our first car, the front 2 windows weren't as tinted as the rest of the car?
Yeah, so you can, pretty much see who was in the car.
Yeah.
So, they look at us. Well, at this point, I'm not really sure who it is. But the person looks at us, they go to the circle thing, and I think that they left, goodbye, I don't know you. But no, they come back, they do a turn on the circle, and they come back to parking lot number 1 where we're at, and they park, and I'm like, oh no, there's someone here, I should get out of the driver's seat, because I don't want to kill anyone. And we're just sitting there, we're listening to music, waiting to see if they'll leave or if we can continue our little driving lesson. But they don't leave, and I noticed that he is staring at us. It was about, I think he was a 40-year-old man, maybe late 40s, I'm not really sure. You should mention that you're blind.
Yeah, I'm blind.
So
and,
she didn't know about this.
When it gets dark, well, when it starts to get a little dark, I can't
this is when it kind of started to...
I can't really see where I'm going. I can't really make out things perfectly clear. So I need my glasses when I'm driving at night. So I really wasn't able to make out who was in the truck or
So this grown ass gross man was staring at us, like a few parking spaces away. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, we should go to the other parking lot. Like, maybe, like, some people, there's always people in the field, like, playing soccer and all of that. So I'm like, you know what? It'll be better if we just go over there. Like, we don't know what this man is up to. Like, we should just leave, you know? So as soon as Cece was about to, like, open the door and, like, get out so we could trade seats, and I'm like, no, like, that's not safe. That's not a good idea. So I jumped to the back seat, and she, like, goes to the passenger seat. I mean, to the driver's seat.
Through the inside.
Through the inside. And then, as we turn on the car and start heading towards the exit to go to this parking lot, the truck moves in front of us and kind of blocks the exit, and we're waiting. Like, there's no stop sign, so we're waiting for him to, like, move out of the way so we can move too. So finally, he moves out of the way and goes to parking lot number 2. We see him turn that way, so I'm like, no, you know what? Let's not go over there. Like, this is when it started to really get scary and sketchy. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's freaking leave. Like, this is still a long way to the exit, which, like, entrance, exit, same thing. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go. So we slowly start, like, moving to the exit, and we don't want to, like, speed and make it, like, obvious that we knew that they were being creepy. So we just, like, drive normally. But no, this weird ass, scary ass man, he like speeds back. He makes the turn in parking lot number 2 and speeds back because he, like, sees or knows, or I don't know how this even happened, but he starts following us. He literally
gets, like, right
behind us really, really fast, like, so fast.
And really close.
Yes, and really close. So I'm like, you know what? Like, you should speed a little bit and let's start to get out of here. So we decide not to take the road back home because it's very bumpy and it's super under construction and there's a break and danger.
And it's, like, really dark in that area.
Yeah, it's, like, really dark in that area. So I'm like, you know what? Go towards this light, and then there's, like, a Walmart center and, like, restaurants this way.
It's basically like a big street.
Yeah, which I forgot to draw, but, like, just imagine that, like, right here. So we head out, and then it's still a long way to the light, but I'm like, you know what, Cece, like, start driving faster because this man is still, like, speeding behind us. Like, what the fuck? Like, he knows there are 2 young women in this car. Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. Why the fuck are you following us? And then we finally get to the light, and Cece, with her smart self, like, she thinks about not putting the signal, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
even
this
though, like,
person doesn't know where we're going.
Even though, like, they could still, like, watch the car and see which way it would go, but, like, still, like, I thought it might, like, get them, like,
yeah, like, the light could turn red and not, and we could, like, leave first. So we finally get to safety. This crazy person, that actually helped because he didn't follow us anymore, because obviously he noticed that we were going towards a more public place. So we get to this this store, and I'm like, you know what, we should just stay here for a while. There's, like, more people here. And the first thing, out of all my panicking that I was doing in the car, my heart was beating super fast, but at the same time I tried to remain sane and calm so we could actually think straight, because, you know, whenever you start to panic, you can't really think straight and you don't know what the best thing to do is. So yeah, I don't suggest, like, letting yourself panic in those types of situations. So whenever I kind of start calming down more, the first feeling I get is anger, because you're an older man and you're doing this to, like, 2 teenagers. Like, are you serious? Like, I remember Cece was, like, scared. Still.
Yeah, it was, like,
it was
because
really
he made it so obvious that he was following us, like, really obvious.
Like, it was so obvious. And it's like, what were your intentions were obviously bad. Like, what are you doing following us? And I just can't imagine what would have happened if, like, we hadn't noticed all of this weird, like, that's the worst thing. Like, what if we hadn't noticed that he was, like, staring at us in the first place?
Being a creep.
Like, that's so scary and creepy. Like, don't you think that this could have happened to your... I'm sure he had daughters. I'm sure he obviously had a mother. Like, what would... you know? It's like those type of things that I thought about. and I don't know, I don't want to think about it, but maybe he could have kidnapped us or something. But it was very frightening, and yeah, just be careful, you guys. Like, we were in a safe place. There were still more people at that park. We knew the park. I don't know, like, dangerous things can happen anywhere. So yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, like, it's just like, don't be a creep.
Yeah, don't be a fucking creep. Like, besides, like, the victims being careful, like, just don't be a fucking creep. Don't stalk people.
Because, like, some people might be like, oh, well, you don't know if he was, like really stalking you, like, or, like, following you. Like, yes,
so
he was.
Obvious.
Like, we acted like we were going towards another parking lot, and what a coincidence that he went there too. But then we were like, never mind, we didn't actually go into the parking lot. We started leaving, and then there he goes too. Like it was obvious. Doing?
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this real life true story. We just wanted to share it with you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and let us know if you've experienced anything like this before. So yeah, be fearless and smile.
Don't be a creep.
The dream.